Stop.
Wow.
Oh my God. It's
Back at it again with the podcast.
It's actually recording right now. We're recording this through Anchor. This is wild. This is crazy.
This is new.
This is new. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Which is under my covers because my room is
covered in pretty litter.
Oh my gosh, we've been recording all day for a freaking ad. And
hashtag sponsored.
Here we are. Hashtag we're not really sponsored by them for this. That's a whole different thing. Wow. We just couldn't wait any longer. We couldn't wait till the new year. We were supposed to start in October. We lied to everybody and we feel like we need to apologize.
But now we're here, so
apologize, Stephanie. Apologize.
I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry. So I'm Kayla, and this is Steph. That's what it says as her name. But we call her Heffany. And this is Are We Having Fun? We still exist. We're still alive
in some form,
and we're thriving right now. Actually, why we have to get into this episode right now is because life has thrown us some freaking curveballs,
but also like major good balls.
Yeah, there's definitely some good balls out there. I'm talking about sports. Duh, like it's good for your health. Duh.
Of course.
So Stephanie, what has been going on? Where did we even leave off? How many years ago did we end this podcast?
Seriously, I don't know. Let's do a little catch up.
Let's do a little catch up and mustard action.
I was gonna joke about that.
Dang it. Well, let's go eat a hot dog right now. Hot dogs and balls.
I only call them glizzies though.
Oh my God.
Know who you are.
Calls them glizzies.
Yeah, only cool people call them glizzies.
Okay. Wait,
where did we leave off? Let's see. In the last 4 months.
Oh my gosh. I hadn't even moved.
Yeah, dude. Neither of us had.
We were in Minnesota.
Lots of crap has happened. So I'm just going to give a quick rundown. In the last 4 months, I've moved.
No.
Quit a job. Got a new job. Gotten out of a relationship. And now I'm living life.
And that's a lot. That
all
is
in 4 months.
No, but I mean, besides getting a new job, because hashtag unemployed. No, I'm kidding. You had 2 jobs and then you quit one and then you just got a second job.
I just got my main job, a dream job, let's just say, because I've been working for this job for so long. And I'm not going to say it yet until it's like completely finalized because it's still going through like the background check and stuff.
True.
But
good juju for the new year.
It's basically what I've been like trying for so long, and it's happened, and I just can't believe it. So blessings are out there, ladies and gents.
And it all happens simultaneously. Life just kicks you right up the and goes for a ride.
But you know, something that you said in a previous podcast, because I remember, and I was like, oh my God, that's a good idea. You said like all of this stuff happens all at once when life is trying to like tell you like, hey, you need to make changes. Because if it happened individually, like you wouldn't really notice or you wouldn't like make those changes. But like all of this happening at once, it's like life really wants you to like be on a different path, you know, at least for now. And just seeing like everything that's transpired, I can really like attest to that. Like it's, I don't know, like life has a crazy way of like showing you the blessings. Like it might seem like you're just dealing with rain clouds for so long, but there really is a rainbow at the end of that. And it's such a good feeling once everything kind of like clears and the fog clears and you're like happy again.
Damn.
So hang on, people, hang on. And I got a new car. Lots of things.
And you got a new car. She said,
lots of new
look
things.
out, world. I journeyed across the country and finally settled in California. So yeah, I can attest to the shitty weather and then ending in the land of sunshine and rainbows. Like literally, I took that literally. I went on a freaking journey.
And now like that's been your dream for freaking ever. So again, just to like show like that's a attestation, is that a word? That's attesting to that is like
you're trying to say testicles.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is gonna come out bad. But I'm just so happy for us and like the journey that we're on. And now that everything, the dust is kind of settled and like we're back into the swing of things, we're definitely coming at you guys with lots of stuff.
We're coming at you with all the balls and
all the balls, good balls and hopefully not bad balls.
But once in a while, a bad ball's got to roll your way and you got to just
kick that ball out and keep going.
So what are your goals coming into the new year? Not that we're like super New Year's resolution oriented, but like obviously you've already gone through some major changes. So like what else can there be for you?
Honestly, I'm just kind of like I feel like a big part of my personality in my life is always like looking for the next thing, right? Like I'm like, oh, I got this job, cool. I need to get a better job, or like, my car is good, but I want to get a better car, or like I want to, I'm always like looking to like upgrade, and I'm really trying to learn to just kind of like be present and be where I am, and because everything has changed so much in the last 4 months for the better, and I'm finally in like a spot of like peace and quiet and like everything's kind of happening naturally. I'm definitely not putting as much like, I'm not putting as much into like my New Year's resolutions this year because I really just feel like I need to like embrace where I am and kind of like ride this flow a little bit.
What would you say is happening in the moment for you right now that you want to kind of just like not take advantage of, but just enjoy it?
I mean, just being like, while I start this new job, I'm going to start it in about a month because I don't have like a date set aside yet. But like just kind of taking this time because I worked 2 jobs for 4 years, which was like an insane amount of hours. Like I was basically working like, 70, 80 hours a week, sometimes more. So I didn't like my life was so fast paced. It was like, wake up early, working all day, cleaning the house, like taking care of me, taking care of my boyfriend, just doing all this stuff. And like by the end of the day, I was so mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. So when I did have time off, it was always like, again, like packed to the wall. Like, oh, I need to hang out with this person. We need to go to this concert. We need to do this and this. So these last 4 months, like I've really just taken a lot of time just to like be myself and be present and like be alone. Like alone time is phenomenal, honestly. Just so much there's so much growth that happens when you're alone and like when you're just like sitting on your bed like reading a good book or like watching a show that you've been meaning to watch for all this time and you never could, and it's just like that in itself is just so much healing. So for the beginning of the year, at least until I start this new job, I'm really just embracing like this quiet time and like just filling up my own cup, not worrying about filling up anybody else's.
Wow, I totally hear that about like that alone time. I mean, I also have like abandonment issues or something, but
everybody does, I feel like, to a certain extent.
It's like hard. Like my boyfriend has to leave for like 2 weeks at a time right now for his job. But
I know you have it rough, dude. That's like a hard situation.
Once he's this is gonna sound so bad. Once he's already gone, I feel great. Is what I was about to say. But once I like settle in and I get used to like being alone, I really do feel more productive and just like focused because I don't have. I mean, I have a cat, obviously, but I don't have anything else like switching up my daily routine, but I can just like get whatever I need to get done.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's honestly it's a hard situation, but it's also a little bit good, I would say, because if you're around like somebody that you love so much like that, or even like a best friend or something, like there's so much fun to be had and like memories to be made that sometimes you kind of lose track of what you were like planning for that day or that week, or
Yeah.
So I think it's like it's a good time for like, you guys come together, you have fun, but then he goes and focuses on like his pilot stuff and you have your time to focus on all of your stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a good, it's a good like mix match, at least for now at this point in your guys' lives.
That's so true because when we're together, we like are like, okay, what new thing are we going to discover in our area? Like
Yeah.
It's
And
not
that's
like
amazing. Like, that's a beautiful thing to do, obviously. And that's not something that should be looked down on, but it's just good
no.
that you also have your time to like focus on yourself as well and not just like the collective.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you get to enjoy yourself. Oh, wait, it is hot under the covers. I'm serious. I was under the covers trying to block.
Is Pumpkin there?
He was, but now
Pumpkin's gonna be a star, guys.
He's guarding the door. Yeah, we're setting my cat up to be an influencer, and at first it was a joke, but
it's actually happening.
He's been getting really good response from people, so we're gonna keep riding this. So basically, once October hit, when we were going to start up the podcast again, everything that happened to Stephanie and then my move taking literally like months to settle in, and her months to settle in, we just were like, podcast not the priority. But that didn't mean we were putting our business behind. We were just kind of shifting the focus. So we started focusing more on Stephanie's branding on social media, all this little blah 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 things.
Which follow me, by the way, on Instagram at Stephhhhh.
Yeah, STEPHDEEB. But we've been really like focusing on her social media and like what she's interested in, like fitness, food, travel. And then I've been focusing on Pumpkin's page because I didn't want to fill my, some people's Instagram is just their pet, right? It's like not even of them. And I didn't want to get confused. So I actually went and Stephanie and I have a private account, and now we have a business account, like a creator account. So we've really like prioritized different areas of our lives, or like I should say separated them, which I think has been really good. So we're not like trying to do too much at once or like put pressure on like our personal things we want to share with our family versus like things we want to share with our audience, like those kinds of things. And Pumpkin was one of those things. We ended up doing a whole video series for Christmas. Like, we've been really hitting it hard at They Named Me Pumpkin. Shameless, shameless plug. No, but that's what we have been working on, like, in the background under the umbrella of the business, as well as like my acting career. We've kind of been managing it. And kind of getting Stephanie like in line for those sort of opportunities. And we're making a short film right now. So our media company has been busy, and we're just super excited back into talking, because that's what we do best, talking on this podcast. And we're
sharing
gonna
with you guys, hearing your guys' situations and stuff. It's a community. Yeah. We love you guys.
It's really cool because in this hiatus, I think we've learned to appreciate the podcast more, because people have come to us and they're like, we love your voices. Like, we love hearing you guys
talk. I just had one of my coworkers like 2 days ago. He was like, I listened to all of the episodes. I freaking love it. And I'm like, what? It took me by surprise. I was like,
I had a random friend tell me that as well. She like wrote me a postcard for Christmas, which was so cute. I still have to post it. And she was like, I love like things I love about you, your podcast. Like that was one of the things she mentioned.
Cute.
I was like, oh my God, why? Like, and oh my gosh, guys, we are officially monetized on this podcast. Well, we already were, but like we've actually hit over 1,000 downloads, and that's a big step forward for like the monetization, as well as obviously viewership or whatever you call it. So it's been a good reflection period, I would say.
Definitely. And exciting news, I will be in LA in like a week and a half. So
no, you won't.
It's literally a week and a half. I looked at my calendar today. I was like, holy shit, that came fast.
Oh my gosh, so, she's moving to LA, guys. But she's moving in with me.
I'm moving. No, I'm just kidding. That would be a fucking crazy situation after I just moved all over again.
We're working on it though. We're gonna get her to LA because it's really hard. It's like Stephanie and I have a long distance relationship, and we've been making it work. But one day we're gonna have to be together. What's
And
really
we're gonna
funny,
and yeah, what's funny about this is that it sounds like we're moving in, but we actually are planning on having a house together. So.
no, literally. Okay, so like my boyfriend is always looking at Zillow to like figure out when he can buy
I
a
literally
house.
look at interest rates every 2 days.
And so I'll be like just casually like, yeah, let's do a hype house or something. Like go in on some property with a friend or two,
Or
or
like a duplex situation, something like
yeah,
that.
or something, like make a rental and then use that money to like pay for another mortgage. Like I'm always like about it, but I don't have any capital right now, so it's all talk. But what's funny is that when I'm like, Stephanie, I'm trying to find you some farmland so you can do like a farm to table situation with your food thing that you're planning and your
A
outdoorsy thing.
dream, a literal dream.
And then Parker's like, "Oh, she's willing to buy a house with us," and actually like sends me like duplex type situations, or like
I love it. He's on board. We're making it happen, folks.
we're making it happen.
We're making dreams and making that shit happen.
Stephanie's just along for the ride, whatever happens.
Basically, that's the type of friend you need, though. You're like, hey, I want to do this. All right.
Parker's along for the ride for both the two of us.
Yes. Thank you. Put him in his place. But I will be in LA for a weekend in a week and a half, so you guys will hear and see a lot of us, I am sure.
I am sure, because
lots to come.
We need to redeem our trip to Minnesota.
Redeem. It was amazing.
Okay, it was amazing, but it wasn't quite what we thought it would be when we ended up in Miriam. I don't know what the place is called.
Miriam. What the?
We ended up in some random town, and we were just like,
Wasn't
where
it Jackson? Jackson, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right? With what was the name of that bar? Billy Boobops. I don't know.
Brouhaha.
Oh
Buck
God.
Snorts. Oh my God.
Oh, Bridget Buck Snorts. Guys,
so obviously it was the most hilarious trip.
We have too many freaking memories to count with it.
So I feel like we should just podcast like this from now on. This is like lit.
I love it. There's just no video, which is the downside.
I don't really even care for video right now, to be honest. Like, come on.
Too much.
Why does everything have to be a video nowadays? Like, you
right?
have Instagram Reels and TikToks and YouTube Shorts and Snapchat.
Are we not enough?
Is our voice not beautiful enough? Or are still photographs not beautiful enough?
Rude.
Oh,
but we love you guys. We want. Whoa.
And it's time to go home.
We love you guys, and we want to thank you for still being here, even though we're taking a longer than expected hiatus. But we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Back and bigger than ever.
Oh my God, I'm excited. Okay, bye.
Bye.